Alright there, so this time we're not going to do a jam. I've got a bit of a different video plan. So quite often you see people wondering what the best overdrive pedal or distortion pedal is to use with their 303 or 303 clone. So I'm actually super into playing guitar and heavy metal and stuff, so I've been through all of my distortion pedals and I've got quite a few of them. I've got 60 basically. So what I'm going to do is also for me, actually, because I'm kind of interested, is to go through every single one of these pedals and you can decide for yourself which one you prefer. So 60 is quite a lot. It will be a very boring video. So I'm going to do them in chunks of 10. Going to start with this pile here, and then after that, we'll stop the video and do some more. So first of all, here is the normal sound of the 303, just so you can hear that. So obviously that sounds really good. Now, quite often what people do, because it's free and it does actually sound good, is just to use the distortion in their mixer. In order to do that, you just put it into a microphone channel and really kind of turn up the gain. So I'm going to do that just so you know what you can get without needing to spend any money at all. Yeah, that's already sounding quite good. Okay. So I'm going to put the gain back down and we will go for this first pedal, which is the Boss Metal Zone, which is apparently one of the most popular pedals that Boss makes. This one is completely stock and unmodified. It's kind of got a notorious reputation for sounding kind of nasally and not that good. But on the other hand, you know, it is a classic, so you may or may not like it. I don't know how it's going to go with the 303. Let's try it. It's not bad. It does sound quite nasally in the tweak it. I rather like that. I think it sounds good. You could dial out the nasaliness. I mean, you clearly, if you just use all the controls straight up, it does sound super nasal. But you can adjust it so it sounds quite good. I think it sounds really gnarly. There's lots of room for adjustment there. So pretty good. Let's go on to the next one. This is a Boss OD1 from the late 70s and early 80s. I really like this pedal for guitar. So let's see how it sounds on the 303. Okay, it's lost a load of low end, which is what it does on guitar as well. It's a little bit quieter as well. Let's bring in the overdrive. And turn up the Yeah, I'm not sure that sounds as good on the 303 as it does on guitar. The level is a bit too low and it drops quite a bit of the low end. But you may like it, I don't know. This one is the Boss DZ2 digital metalizer. Now, I've used this in one of my jam videos before, and I think it sounds quite good. So there's two sections to the pedal. The first section is the kind of overdrive distortion, which is what we're trying, but it also has a chorus and kind of doubling section to give you a sort of stereo sound. We won't try that, but I have used it myself in my tracks, and I think it's quite a good feature of this pedal. But let's do the distortion. Yep, that is a good pedal for the 303, I would say. This one is the Boss Heavy Metal HM2, and it is used in a lot of early death metal tracks. They say it has the Gothenburg sound if you turn up all the controls to 11, so we will see what that sounds like with the 303, but I'll kind of mess around with it and we'll see how it goes. I really like what the low end control does. It brings back a lot of the bass and it sounds quite tight. Let's go for the Gothenburg setting. Yeah, that sounds brilliant. I wouldn't say the turning everything up to 10 sounds the best with the 303. It's a little bit too much in the mids. I've rolled down the high end a bit, but yeah, great pedal for the 303 Boss HM2. This one is a treble booster, which I got from a guy in Berlin who makes them. It's not so much of a distortion as a level booster, so I'm not sure how it's going to sound if it's just going to boost the volume and not do any overdrive, but there's only one way to find out. Yeah, there's plenty of drive there. Let's go. Yeah, pretty good. I don't think it's as good as the other ones we've tried, though. There's not so much control you've got over the frequency range, and I think it's a bit like the OD one in that the sound's a bit more geared towards guitar, so you don't get the kind of punch that you need. All right, this is the Boss SD2 Dual Overdrive. Okay, so there is two sounds in here. One which is called crunch and one which is called lead. So we'll start with the crunch sound and then we will try the lead sound. Let's go. That sounds fantastic. It might be my favourite so far, actually. So that's the crunch sound. Let's try the lead. You can already hear there's a ton more noise there. Maybe a little bit too saturated. I quite like it though. The crunch setting was good, and the lead setting does, if you want it to go balls to the wall, might be a good alternative. So that's the Boss SD2 Dual Overdrive. Okay, this is the Boss Turbo Overdrive OD2. This has two modes as well. It has a normal mode and a turbo mode. A very 1980s. Right, let's go. Sorry if I deafened you. That has a ton of level, which might be a good thing. Yeah, it's good. I think the dual overdrive was a bit better, but it's a good pedal. Let's try the turbo mode. It's a funny thing. So on the guitar, I don't like turbo mode at all, but it sounds excellent with the 303. Maybe someone should do a 303 specific distortion. I know there are some. They're quite expensive though, so don't know. Something affordable may be quite good. This one is the Boss SD1 Super Overdrive, which is a very affordable pedal and quite rated as well. Let's try that. Yeah, it's fine. It's a little bit of a one-trick pony. I don't think there's a lot of tonal variation in it, but it does sound pretty good. This is a Homebrew fuzz pedal that I made, which is based on the fuzz face. Never tried it on the 303, so well, let's do it now. That sounds totally different to anything else we've tried. The fuzziness gives it a kind of out of control, edgy sound. It sounds quite cool. I don't know if it's for me, but I bet some people will really like that. So the last pedal today is the Boss OS2 Overdrive Distortion, and I know that a lot of people recommend this for the 303. Let's see if its reputation holds up. Yeah, I can see why people recommend this for the 303. It has a ton of different distortion characters in it that sound nice with the 303. When you fade from overdrive to distortion, it gives a real thickness to the lower mid-range. It sounds excellent, definitely recommended. So that is all the pedals for this part. I hope you find it interesting. Leave comments if you do like it, and like and subscribe as well. And stay tuned. I'll be back with some more pedals at some point in the very near future.